of the LCQ. And history potentially looks to be repeated now by the Thieves.
Get out of my way.
Continuously eliminating Sentinels in these high-stake moments. And EU sprays the bullets with the Odin, Cryo with the op.
Second down.
Another first blood for the 100 Thieves. Nano Swarms keeping them away. Paranoia giving a chance now for Sentinels to move up. And there's the hat to ping more. They can flood within the site now, but they have to go against the op. But then it gets a spam from the Odin onto Celsius. And look at how damaged they are for Sentinels.
The op still there.
Rotate out, spotted by Asuna, and a TP across. An opportunity now to fight towards the A site. But there's Asuna even closing the gap towards Tree. Here's a run across, first free kill. And Tens, you have to make the play here. There's that first one, and keeps the dream alive for the Sentinels. After getting that pick though, there goes a chance for Sasia to go for the free plant towards this A site.
The two Sovas of Sentinels and 100 Thieves. Saucy versus EU. Saucy's been quite on fire in a few of these engagements with EU, has felt it for this series. And will they be able to make it happen here? It's going to have to be a peek from A main here, as it will be EU having Saucy's back to start on the defuse.
It's so he's now in the pocket.
He's in the pocket though, you're right.
Not too sure that EU is going to clear this.
Which dart? Where's it go? Left or right?
Can't. You don't want to give your position away. He has to try to clear it out first. Why now open? And there's the steps. An opportunity now for Saucy to win this 1v1. There is that tap. But there's still time left. The recon now gives his position away. Now you have to play the mind games! And Saucy will allow Sentinels to fight another round!
The biggest pressure on his shoulders of this season so far here, as they move into this playoff race. And he just sloughs it off. Not a problem for that one. It gets tense, but Sentinels stay alive in this. And what a read from both teams to get these trades in the middle. Tens
with a Guardian.
With a Guardian. That's the huge point there, is that he was faced with two and still held that trigger discipline down to make sure he popped the headshots accordingly. All right, we get into another one, round 18 still. It's going to be a long road ahead for Sentinels to bring this comeback into play. 12-5 game point for 100 Thieves here.
Some hope right now for the Sentinels camp, as this is a lower buy for 100 Thieves. KO ult available, but only with a classic for Austin on the defense, and they're gambling for more players set up now towards the A side.
First real push up by Boostio here as well towards mid, but still keeping that bot active on the side of B. So the first initial, actually both are up front. So you can see how much they're focusing A on this low buy. The turret will detect if someone's peeking. The alarm bot gets if they're actually committing towards B. So they don't have to move off A unless they get this information.
Yeah, well.
Looks like they're gonna get it too. In spades here in just a second, but you gotta watch this lurk from Zekin in both tens. Boostio actually skirts the offense. He's going to run right into a trip, so I wonder how long he holds this position to see if he might still find somebody.
He should definitely be fine, especially with the TP towards the back of the site.
Yeah.
And nobody holding towards main. So Zekin's down to 1 HP. Ooh. That could potentially give a weapon
30 seconds
for the
left.
players of 100 Thieves towards A main. But you definitely see it now. A plant coming through from Sentinels and Boostio, realizing that there's probably a trip here towards that B main. Wants to stay behind to potentially just make it expensive on the exits.
Check, yeah, exactly. If 100 Thieves can basically set up a steel wall of defense towards market and towards that A, or towards their side, then they all get pushed into this B main area. They all get pushed right into the side of 100 Thieves. And look at the money on the side of Sentinels. Put 1,900 credits on that. You're having some low buys, and it's going to be tough if you don't have the members.
And thankfully here, they should get the round win, so that'll give them 33
they'll get the 3,000 plant money, so it won't be a problem.
Around into 300, and you see the economy coming out, but it still brings a great point to what you were saying here with. The more that 100 Thieves are able to make this expensive against Sentinels round after round, the more it'll still look like a broken buy for Sentinels towards the end when you have these 7 opportunities to close out the series for the Thieves.
They still get it. All right. Setup is Killjoy towards mid and B, and Sentinels have actually slowing down the map more and showing Zekin almost twice or 3 times has started to promote way better fights for them. 100 Thieves is expecting the first fight they see to be that kill on Zekin, or kind of the priority push, what Sentinels are initially going for. But now it's been very touch and go. Sentinels is trying to push, and then they back up and they push somewhere else. And really making Boostio think of how to defend these rounds now. Because like I said before, the state of the game, 100 Thieves didn't have to care. All their shots were hitting, everything was working no matter what. Now they're second guessing what Sentinels are doing.
Hunter's Fury out on the attack. Austin was playing towards the spawn, so he could rotate quick and get this all command up. So there's no util to move inside the site. Bang couldn't hold his ground in the back of Generator, holding the A site alone. An opportunity now for Sentinels to move in once again for another plant, but they're just trying to make sure that Sentinels aren't trying to flood in behind an ult command. But Saucy, door's been closed, forced to fight, and he gets stinked. Still, as he gets stinked, gets the kill onto Asuna. So a one and done, you'll take whatever you can. Post-plant situation for Sentinels again. Backs against the wall. And 100 Thieves have to retake with an op in hand.
With a Vandal right under his feet too for the possibility after this shot, you can expect that to get picked up, if not right now. One held to Jenny. Sentinels looking to stay alive.
And with this op allows Boostio to set up. There's that walk in though. You never expected that! And Sentinels 3 instant kills for another round to keep them alive.
Oh, Van Silly. They're creeping up. I know the Sentinels fans believe. I'm not there just yet here. It could just be a few shots from the side of 100 Thieves to make this happen. We'll see the site take once again. I thought Bang had that. We're seeing a switch in the win of these solo fights now. The ones that Bang was winning and getting those kills. That was Zekin to come in, and then 2 more to finish the round as they're starting to feel the momentum.
Remember we talked about Bang's good KPR leading into the second half.
Yeah.
Zekin is now at 21 and 16. It took a couple of rounds. You saw him starting to activate in round 10, 11, 12. But now definitely helping him, being the spearhead for Sentinels to salvage these rounds. But again, every single round has to be pristine from Sentinels moving forward. And now with the timeout being called, there has to be something here that's been figured out by Zix that they could call here to potentially shut it down now against Sentinels.
Yeah, hopefully. We talked a little bit about Zekin earlier. I was saying with Kaplan in his interview that you don't see Zekin get mad or even overly happy. He'll definitely be smiling at times, but that really solid emotion in a player means that he can turn on any time. If he doesn't have 3 or 4 kills in the first few rounds, he can pull up an ace in the next round. It doesn't matter to Zekin, and that's what you're getting. Turning on at any time, and right now Sentinels definitely need it, and like you said, need it consistently every round here on out. 5 chances, put that out there just so you can see it on the board.
Yeah, exclamation point there in Sliggy's chat. Sliggy mentioned in a broadcast. It's up to like what, 81 now?
Yep. Spike down for this, so Sentinels are playing again. Slow on the round so they can touch and go on certain places and start to figure out more about the map. It seems to be favoring John Cutie right now in the way he wants to play against this 100 Thieves defense. And both of these teams switching this, making Ascent look like an attack-sided map as they get their rounds in.
And this is where it gets difficult when you're playing this composition for Sentinels. There's no opportunity to pop flash into the catwalk for a player like Zekin to open things up, so he has to be on point as well when he goes for these jiggle peeks and his tools that he wants to take for Sentinels.
2 towards mid. Obvious B play coming up here. But this push off Cat could be the timing for 100 Thieves if they don't decide to go back through tree for the rotation. This marker hit comes in.
There's a first contact. Hunter's Fury out, though, coming out from the defensive side. EU's the one that's ringing out. That's 2 kills coming out for the 100 Thieves. Could be over right now for Sentinels, but John Cutie has something else to say. Keeps, once again, the dream alive to even up the tally to 3 versus 3. Also has time to set up all of this util and the annihilation. A Sentinels place the plant on B.
Going to the site. Sonic sensors on both sides for that drop in. If it's going to be an early drop, they get hit by the close one on the spam box.
Important right now, though. 3 flashes available for 100 Thieves on the retake with the recon dart for EU.
Yes, that recon dart huge up towards the tree. They're going to look for some of these spams. GrabNet goes down.
No pain. Annihilation coming out, and that's going to run that clock down. Shoots it out. Got one. He catches one. Now they're going for the sprays. The recon dart did get some pings, and that's going to be it. EU cocooned up, but could stay alive here.
Yep. Didn't reach the end.
But he's going to be able to save his weapon. He saw it. He's like, all right, I'll be like a butterfly and fly away from this round.
Came out of the
Sentinels, this is another one. Another round for them on the attack in these moments, on these hits.
Oh my
converting those
word.
plans.
Van Silly, what are we witnessing right now? This is a closing moment for 100 Thieves for numerous rounds here, but Sentinels able to get the shots they have not found for an entire map and a half. Coming in to the second half of Ascent here. And Annihilation not reaching its end destination means EU gets the pop out of the cocoon.
They're typing and laughing, and if you don't know here, chat, if it doesn't go back, the Annihilation to the initial point where it got contact, the cocoon will break. That's what you saw. Sentinels pushing up here just to convert that round. Confirming the kills. And second confirms this one in round number 21. Another broken economy, 400 Thieves. Cryo with a hero rifle in this round and in a right spot to at least fight against seconds.
Just remember Abyss on the other side of this too for these teams to have to fight on that after these two maps. After really just bringing each other to the brink. Watching Cryo.
Take flight.
Owl drone now, 5 players pushed together, and you see here Cryo falling back, so it's really only EU alone in the back of the site with the Sheriff, and he will not be the law in this round. Easy execution comes in for the Sentinels, allowing to even juggle the spike around and giving Saucy the plant to get close to the Hunter's Fury.
Pick towards market. A lot of early fights Sentinels has set up here before 100 Thieves could even get to the site. So another nice round, flawless too. Exactly what they need to do here to start building their economy towards the end of it. A little curse there as they went on the stinger.
At least Saucy is able to trade it back onto Asuna. Ten's trying to find that last kill onto Bang. And they find him. It's towards this B link and he's hiding around the corner. I think they're just trying to keep him alive. So that could be Saucy moving forward to get the pick. Trying to stay calm in the moment, always backs against the wall. They still run protocols for the Sentinels, yet second will still get the kill, excuse me.
4 alive still for Sentinels. The money is mounting. The smiles are back on their faces. Man, from head in hands to now fist bumping a lot more here. It was not a vibe for Sentinels here.
1 round at a time.
Now they're feeling it. Now they are feeling it. 100 Thieves calling another timeout as they are not finding any solutions here from their previous one and what's happening in these rounds. 3 chances coming in now for the side of Sentinels. They have completely closed this down. And if we see this round buy-in, 3,000 on there. I'm looking at the money right now as I say this. It's going to be a low buy again coming in, or maybe even a force buy for 100 Thieves, but it's going to get sketchy between rounds 10 and 11 and how they want to buy that if it's not going to be pushed for an OT. Zix gets some final words in here. In their last timeout, you can see Sen has one, but I don't know if they're going to need it at this point. I'm sure Capman is happy with the flow.
If they can't use it now, they can't ever, because it's still map at serious point for 100 Thieves.
That's
and
true.
thankfully,
That's
remember,
true.
we talked about John Cootie putting his hands towards the air, and thankfully at that point, 100 Thieves are calling their 2 timeouts with the remaining 5 rounds that we just saw, or the last 5 rounds that we just witnessed. It gives a chance as well for Kaplan to talk with John Cootie and see here Sentinels coming back, at least for now. It was looking very one-sided to start things off for 100 Thieves once again, just like Haven. But Sentinels finally find some fight. 3 rounds away from being able to bring this into overtime. But also, only 1 round will eliminate them.
Pretty default setup for 100 Thieves. Seeing those 3 over at B, as well as Asuna and Bang anchoring towards A and Tree right now. But what can Sentinels do? I feel like they've almost worked everything in the strat book right now with what you get out of this composition. And again, it becomes up to Zekin on a pressure play.
And if he outdrills this, there could be a wall bang coming out from the B site. It's going back and forth on both ends. Thankfully, everybody stays alive for now. So a stalemate.
They saw Bang.
Time for the mid round, and yeah, they saw Bang towards the generator once again, holding it alone. You saw it, a net and a fragment. But he's able to TP away to safety. and waste utility out on the side of Sentinels. Less to be used towards the site executes.
John Cutie can take the space on Cat. He just saw the knife go out, so he wants to see if he can get positioning on where Asuna was. It looks like the timing is there, but it could be just off if one of these guys swings a different way.
Exactly, with no flashes to take over towards Catwalk, it has to come down here for the hit towards the A site first. You see already 10 setting up for a smoke. Bladestorm now activated onto the attack. Zekin once again potentially the spearhead. There's the updraft, avoids the paranoia, but couldn't get the kill. But it will come on the side of Thieves.
Bang 2, that's 3%.
And there's the rest of Sentinels moving in. Another opportunity here as the upshot missed. 14 seconds left. They have to come down for a plant. It's a safe one
10
done.
seconds left.
Out towards A main.
Spike planted.
And that wall's gonna make it difficult for them to retake here towards this A site. The off in the hands of Cryo. EU with an Odin. They might give this up.
I feel like this operator is kind of like a one and done. If you're not seeing it get the first kills in the round, it's not what's gonna retake the site as Second takes off Cryo's head.
I feel he just found the timing off the reload of EU's Odin and just swings out to surprise Cryo. And that's the op down. Now picked up by EU, but they lose the Odin. And look at the economy. And look at the economy on the side of Sentinels. They want to hunt down EU.
Jeez.
All right, I didn't know he had that in him to be able to op here.
I'll just give it to him. Yeah, saving the op here, I feel Sentinels is almost okay with this. The way that they're able to force against the op and push Cryo off one situation is something that is actually favoring them. That doesn't mean Cryo isn't going to have a go-off round and collapse somebody and then take another one out with a pistol, but I feel like right now with the way Sen wants to play, just being able to avoid that, the operator, and know Cryo's not there is a boon for them. Great spams to start off the site, but we're seeing what we didn't before from Sentinels is the follow-up in.
Death ball.
That death ball of collective teamwork right when the site hit starts. Oh, that's nasty.
At least the op has been saved in another round, and Cryo's looking for a pick towards middle. All the Sentinels grouped up, thinking that there's no weak spot. Or thinking, rather, that there's a weak spot towards the B side because the op wasn't here. Nanoswarm to delay for a bit, allowing Cryocells to rotate towards the garage door. Recon getting some info. That second with the wall bang, but Cryo's able to answer it back himself. TP towards the back at the entrance of B main. There's the annihilation out of Cocoons once again, EU. But advantage still comes out for 100 Thieves, and now with 3 versus 3. Off still in the hands of Cryo. Bladestorm also ready, but Bladestorm gets denied. Not able to get activated there as Tens gets that pick. Asuna trying to go for the hero play. There's that first pick of 2 versus 2. Null command available as well. And Bang picks up the op.
One suppressed.
They see here from the Sentinels though. They don't want to peek. They don't want to give their lives away. And they just want to let here 100 Thieves walk into a trap. A crossfire set up inside B. Walk down for contact. It's a 1-for-1. Saucy pings it out. Oh my God! Bang! Bang! Comes out here for the fuse. And in this race towards champs, the 100 Thieves overtake the Sentinels.
An incredible series from Bang, from the squad, the calling of Boostio, the timeouts of Zix at the final moments to stave off the comeback, and the 2-0 for 100 Thieves to take down Sentinels. Incredible play. Vance, it seems like there's something in the water when it comes playoff time, and 100 Thieves just find this extra level that they can step up and start to show you something different. And the Haven composition, I think, started that spark, and then they took off after that.
It doesn't matter if these two teams faced off 14 times. It doesn't matter that Sentinels got 90% of those victories. Just as you said, Riv, when it comes down to these do or dies, 100 Thieves come out, and not only that, in a beautiful fashion, winning this in a 2-0 series. Players popping off on all angles. Good reads by Busio, great lurks. Controllers like Bang, stepping up to their plate on that second map. And the double duelist play, not being utilized by 100 Thieves in a very long time on Haven, gets so much value on this Yoru and ISO.
so good. And while reflecting on the standings, or how this means of everything, 100 Thieves has a bit more of a handle on how their championship points would go and even winning playoffs. Sentinels out of playoffs, but still, it's just their championship points aren't in their hands now.
That's right. It's been a race the whole time between probably the top 4 they're currently seeing right now in terms of championship points, right? Leviathan, G2, 100 Thieves, and Sentinels. Yes.